Hello everybody, I just wanted to do a quick video about the titles that are leaving my collection this month, and that is these right here. I'm going to go through them real quick and tell you why I'm getting rid of them and why they're not going to be in my collection anymore. First up is Curious George on Blu-ray. This is a really cute movie. I like Will Ferrell as the man in the yellow hat. I don't remember what his name is, but yeah, this is a cute kids movie. I've had it for a long time, but I've never actually put it in and watched it again, so I figured it's not really worth me keeping, and odds are I probably won't watch it again. But if you have kids, I would recommend it. It's very cute. Beowulf, Robert Zemeckis movie, I believe. Yeah. This is an animated movie. It's not a live action. It's got the same similar type of animation that the Polar Express had, and some people don't really like that. At the time that this came out, I think it was like 2007 or 8, the faces aren't the best. Actually, I think if this had been a live action movie, I would have liked it more. It wasn't that it wasn't interesting, it wasn't that it was terrible. It was just kind of okay. I don't see myself watching this again. In fact, so far, the two Beowulf films that I've seen, this and a movie called Beowulf and Grendel that had Gerard Butler in it from 2005, I haven't liked either of them, so maybe I just don't care that much for the story of Beowulf. Not sure. But I didn't feel any reason to keep this or ever watch it again, so I'll trade that in. So I got this Criterion Collection release of Grey Gardens. I got it for $6.95 at a Second and Charles, and I just kind of grabbed it because it was Blu-ray and it I had store credit, so it basically cost me nothing. But I'd never seen it. I tried watching it the other day for like 15 minutes. I'm like, I don't really care about this. I don't really want to sit through this for another hour and a half or whatever it is. It wasn't for me. So I said, I'll just get rid of that. Not sure if I can get like $10 on eBay for that or not. I'll have to look it up. The Wolfman from 2011, I think, with Benicio del Toro. This had a couple of good scenes in it. I didn't mind it too much. It had a lot of CGI that was just kind of not quite up to snuff. Recently, I think it was Shout Studios announced that this was going to be on 4K coming out for Halloween. So it's one of those things that if I were to come across the 4K for a really, really good price, I might pick it up again. But right now, I just don't really see any reason to keep it. Again, it was just okay. I have this metal pack, this Target exclusive metal pack of The Italian Job. This was an okay movie. I didn't dislike it. I do like heist films quite a bit, but I just did not see it being worth keeping. It's one of those movies that is fine to just stream it, so I decided to just sell it. Like, my space on my shelf is very important to me, so I try to go through my collection every once in a while and just look and see, do I really need this movie? Do I like that it's taking up the space on my shelf when something else I like better could go up there, or I can have the space available when something is coming out that I want? That's really important to me. So I like to do a lot of purging whenever possible. Just keep what I really, really, really want. So this is from my Robin Hood collection. It's Robin and Marion. It's got Sean Connery as an older, aging Robin Hood. It's good enough that I would buy it on Blu-ray, but it's not good enough that I'd want to keep this DVD for now. I really love movies about legendary heroes like Robin Hood, Conan, Zorro, things like that. So I have a lot of movies like that in my collection. Now this one, I haven't watched White Lightning. Maybe I'll watch it before I get rid of this. But I know that this is on Blu-ray, so I could always get that eventually again anyways. I watched The End. This had Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise, who I really like. It had a couple of funny moments in it. It's actually directed by Burt Reynolds, which I didn't even know he was a director, but I looked it up and apparently he's directed a couple different things. So it again, it does have a couple of funny parts in it, but not enough for me to want to keep it. If I want to see this White Lightning movie, I can watch it before I get rid of it, or I can just come across like a cheap copy on Blu-ray. So this I watched last night. It's The Gambler from Natchez. This was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But it's one of those movies I probably wouldn't ever watch again. Yeah, that's the thing with my collection. I try and keep stuff that I'm like, I will watch that again. That I find enough value in that movie to watch it again, to keep it, for it to take up shelf space. If I don't love it, it's like, maybe it's best to just let it go. Like, I think I can get like 12, 13 bucks for this on eBay. I think that's what's best. Some people have like much bigger spaces that they can put their collection. I don't have that. I have a limited amount of space. Someday I hope to have more, but for right now, this is what I work with, these shelves behind me, and that's fine. Purging is good for you. Getting rid of stuff that you don't really watch or will never watch again, or just doesn't seem like it's worth your time, I think is good for you as a collector. But that's just me. And then the last thing that I'm getting rid of is this Super Friends Volume 2 set, because they announced recently that the complete collection of Super Friends, all the different series that you can find like the list of if you go to the Amazon listing, all of the different series that they did for Super Friends are going to be in one collection, both on DVD and on Blu-ray, which I'm really happy about. So I do really want to get that when it comes out. This is one of those things that I don't know a lot about Super Friends, like that 60s, 70s, 80s era of DC Comics cartoons. I don't always know like what the difference is between them, unless like the actual title comes up. It says Super Friends. Like, let me show you one thing real quick. But this is actually a series that came out in the 60s, late 60s, I think. So I haven't actually watched it yet. I need to sit down and watch it. But I wasn't 100% sure if this was also like under the Super Friends banner or not. So I had to look it up, and sure enough, it's not part of it. It's not in that collection set that's being put out. So if you were like me and you thought this might be included in that, it isn't. So just wanted to let you know that. But anyways, that is everything that's leaving my collection this month. Again, I try and do a lot of purging with my collection just so that I make good use of my space. But let me know what you guys think of all of these titles. Again, most of them were good, but not good enough for me to want to keep it, or something that it's good enough that I'd upgrade one day if I found it for a good price. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.